comparing tilapia with catfish, catfish are more stronger than tilapia.
Okay.
But then they are all fishes that thrive in whatever environment that you expose them to. Okay. Catfish can survive in wide range of parameters. So if today your water parameter, let's say your pH is around 6.0, and tomorrow there is a pH spike to about 7.0, it will survive, but tilapia wouldn't survive. So catfish can come up when the water parameter is very bad or the water condition is very bad to breathe the air that human beings breathe. Tilapia cannot do that. That is why they die more often when your water parameters are wrong.
It's been a year and over since we visited Jakdam Farm Life. And then we talked so much about catfish, maintenance, and even the RAS system. Today I'm back again to visit Joshua to see what's new here. Joshua, what's new here on your farm?
Thank you for visiting once again. So we've made quite a progress here, some progress here.
Okay.
As in regards to the setup, the species of fishes we were culturing before. I think before we were doing only catfish, but now we are doing both tilapia and then catfish. And we've made progress as in trying to develop and then create a more sustainable way of culturing fish. So you can come around, let me show you the progress we've made so far.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to take a tour. Yes. So join me. Let's check out Jakdam Farm Life. Okay, so I see some fingerlings around. So which section of your facility is this? Okay,
so this is the hatchery wing of our facility. One of the most important, the wing that we focus on. We always try to get a good result out of our hatchery because it's the backbone of our operations here at Jakdam Farms. We do both the hatching and then the growout production. That is culturing the fish from the fingerling stage after the production of the fingerlings in our hatchery to matured sizes, that is the grill and then the smoking size fishes. So the backbone of our operation is the hatchery. So we ensure proper biosecurity measures and as well as proper operation conditions here in order to get quality fingerlings to our customers and to our growout farm.
So how old are these fingerlings?
Okay, so these are 1 month, 2 weeks old fishes.
So how long do you keep them in here before you move them to the nursery?
Okay, so after hatching, that is after spreading the eggs and then the eggs hatching into the the fries, we keep them here for about 3 weeks and then move them to the nursery pond. And after the nursery pond, we move them here when we are ready to sell them.
Okay, so are these ready for sale?
These are ready for sale.
Okay, okay.
So these are some of the sizes that we have here.
Okay, so once it's 1 month, 2 weeks, they are ready for sale, and then these go into the growouts.
Yes, thanks.
Okay, okay. Interesting.
You can see how healthy these fishes are.
They do look healthy. They do. All right. You mentioned you do tilapia too. Do you do the hatchery also? Do you have the hatchery also here?
No, we don't breed here. We don't breed tilapia here. We breed at our hatchery and then we transport them to this farm when they are about 3 to 1 month old.
Okay. So I see we have a number of tanks here. How many fingerlings do you keep per tank?
Okay, so in the breeding process, this can have about 1 million fishes in this. It doesn't matter. But then after hatching, we divide them into different tanks. So I can hatch in 1 tank or 2 tanks and then separate them into the various tanks that I have here. So 1 tank can hold about, mostly I stick to 100,000 fishes per tank. And then from the 1 week interval, I split them into my various tanks, and when they are about 3 weeks again, I move them into the nursery tanks where I have bigger space or wider space to keep them.
Okay, so in this case we have fingerlings that are 1 month, 2 weeks old. So for what I'm seeing now, how many fingerlings do you have per tank?
So this tank is currently holding an order from one farm. So what I do is, if I move them to the nursery tank, unless someone orders for fingerling, I need to count and then condition them well before the person picks up. So in this particular tank, I have 5,000 pieces here.
What I'm seeing is 5,000.
5,000 pieces. And in this tank, I have 5,000 pieces. The client is coming for them today. So I just need to condition them, treat them before they are being shipped to the client's destination.
Okay. Now, this is interesting. You have 5,000 fingerlings in these two small tanks that I'm seeing now. When it's being moved into the growout tank, how many do you keep in each growout tank, and what size of tank ideally? Okay,
so let me use a 10 by 10 feet pond as an example. With every 10 by 10 feet pond, we can keep approximately 800 fishes in one tank. Yes.
Out of the 5,000, so 800 in each.
Yes, so 10 by 10 feet tank, we keep 800 fishes from the fingerling stage to the growout stage. Sorry, the maturity stage, that is the 1 kilo size or any size that you want to grow them into. Yes.
Okay. All right. I've had an interesting time at this hatchery. They look really nice and healthy. I'd like to see the nursery.
Okay, sure. Let me take you right there.
Joshua, I see you've moved your nursery to the earthen pond. Last year when we were here, you transferred your fries into the tarpaulin pond inside. What's the reason for the change?
So over time we realized that the fries do very well in the earthen pond because the earthen pond provide them with an environment closer to their natural habitat. You know, when you bring the fishes to the earthen pond, they get these small phytoplanktons, worms and other things to feed on. And this is very healthy for the fishes. So comparing the survival rate in the tarpaulin pond and then the survival rate in the earthen pond, I believe the earthen pond is far more impressive. So we just stick to the earthen pond. One, it saves us cost of changing water every day as compared to the tarpaulin. And then as well, labor-wise, you don't need to hire anybody or you don't need to come yourself to drain your water out from the earthen pond. But unlike the tarpaulin pond, you would have to work. You'd have to be doing a lot of activities to keep the fishes healthy. But with the earthen pond, they are fine.
How do you keep the fingerlings away from prey? Because I'm sure birds would be, once they are exposed like this, how do you protect them?
Yes, so when they are about the 3 weeks old, when we transport them, we transfer them here. We have a cover net, we cover the entire pond. But this particular batch is sold out to a farm, just as I said earlier. The farm is about to pick all these fishes out. So just yesterday we did some sorting exercise here that we have to keep the bigger ones in one net and then the smaller ones in another net. So this is why we have nothing covering the surface of the pond.
So they are protected in a way, like you say, you cover them with a net and then the birds they are no longer prey for the birds.
Yes.
Okay, so how many do you keep? I see you've kind of divided them use the net to divide them. So how many in each section? Okay,
so it depends on the number that I hatch. So if I hatch 100,000 fishes, I am most likely to keep about 30,000 here for 1 week or 2 weeks, and then I also move them either into the pond directly or to another tank. So I keep dividing them, probably 30,000 here, 30,000 here, 30,000 here, and then when they are about 2 weeks old here, I would have to do another form of sorting and then division. Yes.
All right. So from what I gather, not only do you transfer them into your growout tank, you also do a lot of selling of the fingerlings.
Yes. These days we do a lot of we sell a lot of our fingerlings. If we hatch, we are most likely to sell about 80% or 90% of our hatched fries. Yes.
Business is booming.
Yes.
So it means that these are bigger than what I saw at the hatchery, right?
Yes. These are much bigger than the ones you saw in the hatchery. You can probably try feeding them and then see the sizes for yourself.
Is it okay?
Yeah, this is okay.
Oh wow, they are way bigger.
Way bigger.
Okay. And someone has bought all of these?
Yes. He specifically ordered for a jumbo size. The one you saw earlier are juvenile fishes.
Okay.
So these are jumbo size fishes.
Okay.
They are much older than the juvenile and then the fingerling.
Okay. All right. Now, so at the end of the day, from what I understand from what you're explaining, this is more sustainable for the catfishes, the fingerlings.
Yes.
They grow better, they are healthier, and then for us, the final consumers too, we get more benefits.
Yes. That is it. Even for the matured fishes, we keep some in the earthen pond as well.
Okay.
So it's something like creating a natural habitat for the fishes to thrive in. So I always enjoy stocking my fries here. It reduces the stress on me, me having to drain water here and there, and then the fishes as well. They look very healthy in the earthen ponds.
Okay, so someone might ask, right? When I remember the color of the water in the tarpaulin in the shed was clearer.
Yes.
This doesn't look clear, it looks green. Someone might think, okay, then that is not healthy.
Oh, contrary, this is rather very healthy. The water turning green is as a result of re-exposing the pond to direct sunlight. You know, when you expose water to direct sunlight, there is form of green algae growth, bloom in the pond. That doesn't mean the pond water is dirty, but it's rather healthy. One, it is protecting the skin of the fishes from direct UV.
Okay.
Two, the algae is proteinous, it's some form of proteinous food for the fishes as well. So you get some form of organic food as well from the earthen pond. So this is rather healthier than even keeping fishes in, let me say, an advanced environments.
Okay, they are more comfortable.
They are more comfortable, I should say. Yeah.
Okay, in the natural habitat, and it's healthy. Even though the color of the water is looking greenish, it's not dirty.
Yes, the water might look greenish here, as in on camera or you looking at it physically. But then if you try to fetch some of the water, it is not green at all. This is because the bottom of the pond has some form of algae growth. At the bottom of the pond, so it looks like reflective. It is reflecting the color of the algae from the bottom, but not necessarily the water turning green.
Okay, I think that is clear. So now we've seen the hatchery, we've seen the nursery. What will be the next point?
The growout production tanks.
Okay, then I'd like to see that too.
All right, sure.
Let me carry my feed. Okay, Joshua, I see that's 5 ponds, and I'm guessing these are the growout tanks, right?
Yes,
so
right.
Are these all catfishes?
No, I have the circular pond, the bigger one there.
Okay.
That is reserved for tilapia growout production.
Okay.
Yes, but then these tanks are all catfish. We have the juvenile stage here, and then the matured fishes here. That is 1 kg and above in this pond.
Okay. And I see that you have these ponds, these tarpaulin ponds, out in the open without shed. Is that ideal for the fishes?
Yes, with the kind of system I'm using here, it requires direct sunlight as well. So that is why they are being left in the open. Probably when we are talking more about the setup, I will explain further. Okay.
So how old are the catfishes in the 4 ponds you mentioned? Okay, so are they all the same age?
No. This pond are of juvenile stage, and then these are matured fishes, about a year. I started culturing them in this particular setup for about a year.
Wow.
So these are big fishes. Yes, the ones that I use to reproduce the fingerlings.
Okay. So you said these are juvenile, so about how many weeks old?
Okay, so these are about 2 months old.
Okay.
But I introduced them here about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, after they were 3 weeks old. Okay. So these are about 2 months, and these are 1 year. Then I'm sure there's difference in size will be really huge.
Yes. I can try feeding them so that you see the sizes for yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Woo. They're so huge.
So huge.
So these are more than 1 kilo?
Yes, these are more than 1 kilo. I have an average weight of 1.5 kg here.
Wow.
And these are the fishes that I use to produce the smaller ones.
They look healthy.
Yes.
Okay. And these are the...
These are the, yes.
Okay. The difference is huge.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I've seen the catfishes. You mentioned tilapia. I'd like to take a look at that too.
All right, sure.
Joshua, you have 4 ponds of catfish and then just one of tilapia. Any reason?
Yes. The tilapia had extra 2 ponds under the shed,
Okay.
but I've harvested those ponds. So
Okay.
this is a new batch that I've started. Probably by next week I will erect the remaining ponds here.
Okay.
But this particular season, this particular production cycle, I am experimenting on catfish as well. As in the ratio of azola, the supplementary feed that I feed them, and then the pelleted feed. I'm doing 40-60 to see the results that I will attain after trying to cut off the pellet feeds that we buy from the market.
Okay, how long have you had these this tilapia?
So these are about 2 months old. One month, 3 weeks. Yes.
Okay, but how long has it been since you added tilapia to
the entire setup? Yeah, I started last year somewhere around July. Yes, and I've harvested from this pond and restocked. Yes.
Okay, how has it been so far?
Yeah, it's been an insightful journey.
Comparing it with catfish farming?
Yes. I must say, people have this perception that tilapia farming cannot be done in tarpaulin pond. In Ghana, I think you can count the number of people doing tilapia in tarpaulin ponds.
Okay.
So this is something that I'm doing to educate the public and then to try and correct that myth that you can't grow tilapia in tarpaulin ponds. Okay. So this particular setup, I stock this tilapia of 10 grams, and then I'm trying to grow them to an average weight of 700 grams.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many do you have in this pond?
I have 1,500 fishes in this pond, tilapia.
This one?
Yes.
Is it not too much for the pond?
No, I'm doing an intensive culturing. The other production cycle, I did 1,000. Okay. And I always try to experiment so that when I'm consulting for a client, I know specifically what to tell the person or what to advise them on. So I always try different things here.
Okay.
The 1,000 was a success. I'm looking at how this one also.
Okay. So I'm curious to know, why do they say that it's not ideal to have the tilapia in the tarpaulin pond? Does it have anything to do with their natural habitat?
Yes, one. Comparing tilapia with catfish, tilapia are more robust, I would say, healthy, stronger. Catfish. Yes, catfish are more stronger than tilapia.
Okay.
But then they are all fishes that thrive in whatever environment that you expose them to. Just that we have different water parameter requirements. Okay, as in tilapia requires more stable temperature, one. It requires stable all parameters, pH, ammonia, whatever parameter of the water has to be a bit stable in order for them to thrive. Okay. Catfish can survive in wide range of parameters. So if today your water parameter, let's say your pH is around 6.0, and tomorrow there is a pH spike to about 7.0, it will survive, but tilapia wouldn't survive. Okay. Another difference between these two species is that catfish come from a family called Caridae. It's a Greek word. Okay. Is it Caridae or Caridae? I don't know, but they come from that family, which refers to the ability of the fish to breathe atmospheric oxygen, the air that human beings breathe. Because of this barbel that catfish have, they use that barbel, like, I don't know, it's like a mustache. I don't know if you've observed. They use that to filter out the oxygen from the mixed gases that we have in the atmosphere, the carbon dioxide mixed up with the oxygen. They use that to filter that, to take the oxygen. Tilapia, however, it doesn't have that capability. So catfish can come up when the water parameter is very bad or the water condition is very bad to breathe the air that human beings breathe. Tilapia cannot do that. That is why they die more often when your water parameters are wrong. Okay, so that is why they would say that it's not ideal to have them in a pond, rather in their natural habitat. Yes. They survive more there. Yes, they survive more in their natural habitat because the conditions are always stable in the natural habitat. But now we are practicing a lot of urban farming, so it's good to know that you are trying something new, and once it's a success, many would want to patronize it. Yes, that's right. How long do you keep them in the growout pond before you start selling, say for consumers
and these joints and others? How long do you keep them?
So approximately 7 to 8 months for tilapia if I want to culture them to around 800 grams. But if I need somewhere around 500, 400, I can do around 6 months, just like the catfish.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I like to see this one too. Let me see them in there. 1,500. That's a lot.
I've already fed them, and you know, tilapia are shy fishes, unlike the catfish that you can stand here and then be talking and feed them, and then they will come and pick.
They wouldn't do that.
No. You can dispense the feed; they will never pick up unless you go back. Leave them for a while and then they will start picking. They are shy fishes, unlike the catfish.
They are being cautious.
Yes, so people feel catfish farming is more entertaining because you know there's splashes and other things. Yeah, it makes it more lively.
They will show up.
Yes.
So once they are hearing us, they won't show up.
They will never show up. Tilapia will never show up.
Interesting. But I can see them picking it in the.
Yes.
Interesting. So you said how old are these ones? Remind me again.
These ones are 1 month, 3 weeks since I stocked them in this pond.
Okay, so you would start selling to maybe the restaurants and individuals when they are about 6 to 8 months?
6 to 8 months, yes, depending on the weight that I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how often do you feed them?
With tilapia, I feed them once with the commercial feed, that is this pelleted feed, and then in the evening I feed them with natural plants like azolla, moringa leaves, the water hyacinth, water lily. Yes, I'm just trying to get some form of organic fishes here.
Yeah. So you reduce the commercial and industrial
yes.
Thank you so much for taking me on this tour. It's beautiful to see how you've expanded and all of that.
Yeah.
So what's your operational capacity? I forgot to ask about that.
So we are operating at a capacity of 10,000 fishes.
Wow, in this small space?
In this small space.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So anyone who has space in an urban area, they can start something in fish farming.
Yes. In urban fish farming, you don't require much space. You do intensive culturing, and then that is space efficient. So.
And this 10,000 capacity is at the adult level, or not even the fries and then the fingerlings? Yes.
With the fingerling production, my hatchery, we operate at a capacity of 100,000 a month.
Huh?
Yes, we sell 100,000 fishes here.
Wow.
Every month. Yes.
Wow. Interesting. It's been really good seeing all of this, and it's inspiring too. I'm hoping that it's going to inspire someone to also reach out and then do this. And then I'm hoping that the next time I come here, that's 10,000 capacity. We've gotten an expansion and we are going to like 20 or 30,000. For sure. Thank you so much.
We'll have to move to a different location.
That's true. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you too. You're welcome.